Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, and welcome to the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We've got the second of a three-game series here between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Giants on April 13, 1911. Jack Rowan going for the Phillies. He was traded to the Cubs. That's why we're using him. And Mathewson, the legend for the New York Giants. And we're going to have our lineups here. The Phillies are 0-1 after losing the first game of this series. They lost it 9-5. Leading off is John Titus in right field. Batting second, Otto Nabe. At second base. Batting third, Hans Lobert. Playing third. The cleanup hitter is Sherry McGee in left field. Batting fifth and playing center is Dodie Paskert. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Batting sixth at first base, Fred Luderus. Batting seventh at shortstop, Mickey Doolin. Batting eighth and catching Red Dewin. And the pitcher, and again, don't be confused, Jack Rowan, the right-hander. He was traded to the Cubs later in the season. That's why he's here. For the New York Giants, leading off is Josh DeVore in left field. Batting second, Larry Doyle at second base. Batting third, the guy who got hit 4 times, 4 hit by pitches, Fred Snodgrass. He's in center field. Batting fourth, Red Murray, playing right field. Batting fifth is Fred Merkel. He's at first. Al Bridwell. Batting sixth and playing shortstop. Batting seventh at third base, Art Devlin. The catcher, Chief Myers, batting eighth. And the pitcher, the darling of the New York Giants, Mathewson, the living legend. And we're ready in about a minute. We expect the Giants to take the field. We're at the Polo Grounds. The coffee is brewing, and we're sure glad to have you all. I'm just excited to watch Christie pitch. And the New York Giants take the field. It's Mathewson on the mound, taking his warm-ups. Myers catching him in the infield. Merkel at first. Doyle at second, Devlin at third, Birdwell at short. In the outfield, left to right, DeVore, Snodgrass, and Murray. That tweet should be up, and it's got a picture, a very famous picture of Christy Mathewson that was taken in December. I think it was taken in December of 1910, if I recall having seen that. And that must have been somewhere down south for spring training or something. Winter leagues, who knows? I'm going to sneak a cup as John Titus steps in to face Christy Mathewson on the mound. Christy was 26-13 with a 1.99 ERA. He strikes out about 4 per 9 innings. He only allowed 5 home runs all season. John Titus steps in. Phillies were about a 500 ball club, maybe a few games over 500. I'd have to go look again. I think they came in about 4th or so. The Phillies won this game in real world 6-1. And here's Titus now in the batter's box. Facing Christie. Here's Christie now. The windup and the pitch to Titus. 3-6. Walked him. Titus is on. And here's Otto Nabe. Okay, Christie from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Nabe. 4-10 right-hander, fly ball center, and Snodgrass makes the catch. Titus holds, 1 down. Now Hans Lobert. And the pitch from Christie. 5-8. Grounds to second X. That's for Nabe. That's for Doyle a 3. 6-3. And Doyle turns the double play, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits. The walk to Titus. None left on after a half. Phillies nothing. Giants coming to bat. Here's Jack Rowan, a seldom used pitcher. And if you go look at his career, I don't know, he played about 6 years. Very journeyman, seldom used pitcher in baseball history. And Kathy Harden for the Giants. Here's Josh DeVore to lead it off. I can't be against the Giants if Christie's pitching. Okay, Rowan is ready, the right-hander. The pitch to DeVore for 6, and he grounds it to second base. Nabe has it, tosses it to Ludacris, and there's 1 down. Now Larry Doyle, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Rowan. 3-11. And that's hit well by Doyle. Way back, it's gone. A solo home run. Maybe you could call that an inside the park home run. A solo home run. What am I doing? God almighty. What am I doing? So Doyle with a solo blast. It's 1-0 Giants. Doyle had 13 home runs. That's a lot of home runs. Here's Fred Snodgrass now. The pitch from Rowan. 1-9, and he grounds it to second. It's Nabe again. It's 2 outs again. And Red Murray is the batter. These are getting a little easier now. You know, the second time you play with them, the cards are getting easier to move. Red Murray. With 2 outs, nobody on. Pretty sure that's Doyle's first home run. Yes, it is. Okay, Murray facing Rowan. Here's the pitch to Murray. 2-5, and he grounds it to third for Lobert, and the side is out. But a run on a home run by Doyle. I don't think we should call that an inside the park. It should be probably an inside the park. You never know. And it's 1-0 after 1 here at the Polo Grounds. Okay, here's Christie now. Walked the first batter, Titus in the first, and then got out of it. A fly ball to center and a double play ball. Sherry McGee will lead it off. He had 15 home runs in real world. Okay, Christie gets the sign from Myers. He sat down. The pitch to McGee. 3-2. Grounds it to short for Bridwell. 1 down. And here's Dodi Paskert, the center fielder. The pitch from Christie. 5-6. A fly ball to left field. Under it is DeVore. 2 outs for Fred Ludacris, the first baseman. Here's Mathewson. And the pitch. 5-8. Grounds to second. Doyle, he's a 3. 6-3. Throws him out. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Christie. No hits after 2 innings, and in the middle of the second, 1-0 Giants. As we speak, and Ron has arrived. We're glad to see you, Ron. As we speak right now in the National League, I know we're early, but the Boston Rustlers have won their first 2 games against Brooklyn. So they're in first place by a half game. Giants a half game out. But they can tie it up with a win here today. Here comes Jack Rowan now. Leading it off, Fred Merkle. Okay, here's the pitch from Rowan. 3-3. Grounds it. Oh, that is a base hit by Merkel. A leadoff single. He's a 1-15, 1-14 being held. And Al Birdwell is the batter. Here's Rowan from the stretch, and the pitch to Birdwell. 2-6. And it's a base hit up the middle for Birdwell. Merkel will go to third. It's first and third, nobody out. And here's Art Devlin. Infield is back. Rowan and the pitch to Devlin. 6-7 right-hander, walked him. The bases are loaded with Giants. Rowan in big trouble here. Bases loaded, nobody out. For Chief Myers, Mathewson out on deck. Infield back. And the pitch to Myers. 3-8. Hit him. He just hit in a run. Rowan. And that'll make it 2-0. That is an RBI. Believe it or not. Bases loaded, nobody out still, and here's Christie. Real tough inning here for Jack Rowan. It's 2-0 now. 112, pops it up to second. And Nabe makes the catch. There's the first out of the inning. Now Josh DeVore. At least it wasn't Snodgrass who got hit. Infield back for the double play. Here's Rowan. Pitch to DeVore, 1-8. Pops it up to second again. It's Nabe. And that's 2 away with the bases loaded. Rowan should consider himself fortunate if he can get out of this with just 1 run allowed. He had bases loaded, nobody out, hit Myers. Then he got Mathewson and DeVore both to pop up to Nabe at second base. Here's Doyle now, who hit the home run. Pitch from Rowan. 5-7, and that's a base hit up the middle. That's going to score a couple runs. I think at least one. Is a base hit right up the middle. Birdwell scores. Devlin rounding third. One to 11. Wow, 2 outs, 1 to 13. They're going to let him hold. I know that's conservative, but we're going to let Fred Snodgrass have a crack at it. 2 runs in here. It's 3-0 Giants. Fred Snodgrass now. Doyle on first, Myers on second, Devlin on third, 2 down. Here's the pitch from Rowan. That's 4-7, and they walked him. He walks in a run. Three runs in this inning. It's 4-0 Giants. And here's Red Murray. Here's Rowan now. The pitch to Murray. 4-4, catcher X. Doing a 2. 12-2. And he fouls out to Doan, and the side is finally retired. But there were 3 big runs, I'm sorry. For the Giants, it's 4-0 through 2. Real tough inning there for Rowan and the Philadelphia Phillies. What an inning it was. Merkel singled, Birdwell singled, Devlin loaded the bases with a walk. Myers got hit, bringing in the first run. Then Doyle got a base hit, knocking in a run, and then finally Snodgrass walked in a run. Or I should say he walked, which brought in a run. Okay, Christie, no hits after 2 innings. No hits, no runs, no nothing except the walk to Titus. Here's Doolin to lead it off. 4-0 Giants. Okay, Christie. And the pitch to Doolin. 2-7. And that is a line drive to short, caught by Birdwell. 1 out. Here's Red Doan. And Rowan comes out on deck. Here's the pitch to Doan. 6-4. Fly ball center. Snodgrass, he's a 3. 17-3. Oh, and he makes the catch. 2 away. And here comes Rowan, the pitcher, with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-8, struck him out, and that's Christie's first strikeout. Another 1-2-3, no hits after 3 innings. It's 4-0 Giants. Christie is not an overpowering strikeout type pitcher. He's fast, but he's not like a Walter Johnson. Okay, Fred Merkel leads it off. Singled and scored last inning. He led off last inning. He'll lead off this inning. Here's Rowan to see if... And look at his endurance. Rowan is only 5, which is kind of rare. I think it's the first time I've seen that for a starter. Here's the pitch to Merkel. 6-5. Fly ball to right field. And Titus makes the catch, 1 away. So Merkel is retired. And here's Al Birdwell. He singled and scored. 4-7. It's a base hit by Birdwell, his second of the ball game. Art Devlin comes up. He walked. 5-6. Struck him out. First strikeout for Rowan today. 2 down for Chief Myers with Birdwell on first. 6-9. And that's a drive hit out into the gap. It's going to drop. Birdwell scores, and Myers is in with a triple. A 2-out clutch triple for Chief Myers, his second run batted into the ball game. It's 5-0 Giants. And then look at John McGraw, the manager of the Giants, laughing as he's talking to Christie. Not Christie, whoever. Here comes Christie. So the Chief is on third. I don't think the Chief, he's a very slow, but he did manage to get 9 triples. Here's Mathewson with the Chief on third, 2 down. And the pitch from Rowan. 1-8. Oh my, Mathewson swings and it's a base hit and Myers comes home. Rowan having terrible outing today. It's all with 2 outs here. And now Josh DeVore, the batter. 2 runs in, it's 6-0 Giants. Here's DeVore now, 0 for 2. 1-8, pops it up to second, and Nabe makes the catch, and the inning is over. 2 runs, though, 2 more for the Giants. And after 3, it's 6-0. Meanwhile, Christie, through 3 shutout innings, no hits allowed, just a walk to Titus. And he will lead it off, Titus. Here's Christie now. The pitch to Titus. 2-5, and that is a base hit. First hit off Christie. Now Otto Nabe. Phillies down by 6. Here's the pitch to Nabe. 1-8. And he grounds it to short, double play. Turned by Birdwell. 2 outs, nobody on for Hans Lobert. Six eight, pops it, lines it to first. Merkel, and the side is out. No runs, 1 hit, the first off Mathewson, none left after the double, middle of the 4th, 6-0 Giants. Every game is a day game in this 1911 replay. Here's Jack Rowan now. He's been in trouble every inning. Larry Doyle will lead it off, 2 for 2, inside the park home run and a single. Here's the pitch to Doyle. 6-5, grounds it to first, and Ludacris has it 1 away. Now Fred Snodgrass. 0 for 1 and walked. 4-4, catcher X. Doohan is a 2. 22. Reroll. 4-2, and he fouls out to Doohan, 2 away. Now for Red Murray. First time he's retired 2 in a row to start an inning. Big Red Murray at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from Rowan. 2-11, and he pops it up foul territory right behind the plate. And Doohan makes the catch. 2 pop-ups to Doohan that inning. A 1-2-3 for Rowan. And after 4 innings here at the Polo Grounds, 6-0 Giants. Christie, a 1-hit shutout thus far. Sort of what we would expect from Christie. I'm going to take some coffee here. It's the top of the 5th already. Sherry McGee leads it off. He grounded to short. Here's Mathewson. 2-5. And it's a base hit by McGee. That's the second hit off Christie in the ball game. McGee is on. 1-11 being held. Here's Doty Paskert. Doty flew to left in the second. So you don't have any more coffee, Kathy, in the afternoon? I think you told me you were on your last cup this morning or something. Here's Christie now from the stretch. The pitch to Doty. 1-6, and he walked him. So Mathewson puts 2 runners on here in the top of the 5th. Phillies trail by 6. It's Fred Ludacris. Grounded to second. It's Paskert on first and McGee on second, no outs. Here's the pitch from Christie now. 4-7, and that is a base hit. And that's going to load him up. Just a shallow base hit into right by Ludacris. Thrown in by Murray. Bases loaded, nobody out. Christie loading him up for Mickey Doolin now. Infield is back. Oh. Here's Christie now. The pitch to Doolin. 6-4. Fly ball center. Getting under that is Snodgrass. He's a 3. 1-3. He makes the catch and throws it in. Runners hold. It was not hit very deep, but Snodgrass got a good hold of it and held McGee at third. So the Giants have a double play situation to end the inning here for Red Doohan, who flew to center. Bases are loaded. Ludacris on first. Paskert on second and McGee on third, 1 down. Here's the pitch from Christie. 5-9. Grounds it to second for the force. To third. Devlin throws to second to get Ludacris for the second out, and McGee comes home. So there'll be your first run off Christie. It's a 6-1 ball game. Now it's Doohan on first. Paskert on third. 2 down. And the pitcher, Jack Rowan. And there, it looks like they're going to have a hitter for Rowan. Look at that. Rowan pitched 4. Seven hits. He walked 2, struck out 1, and allowed 6 runs. They've seen enough. They've seen enough. They can have a pinch hitter here. Coming in to hit is Fred Beck. Fred Beck will come in to hit with a clutch situation. 2 outs, first and third, and 1 in. Fred Beebe. Fred Beebe is warming. He was used primarily as a starter, but they're going to bring him in, Fred Beebe, next inning. Or Beebe. For the Phillies. He's a right-hander. So here's Beck now. Left-handed hitter facing Christie. 2 outs, first and third. Here's the pitch to Beck. For 3. Base hit to right for Beck. Peskert comes home. It's a 6-2 ball game. Doing. I think he'll hold. Yeah, he's a 1-10, 1-12, 1-9. He'll hold. So Beck on first, Doing on second. Still 2 outs. 2 in. And here comes John Titus. Walked and singled. Out in double plays both times. Here's Christie. 2-6. It's a base hit to right by Titus. This might be worth coming home for. Doing rounding third again. He's only a 1-10. 2 outs, 1-12. Right field. 1-12, 1-10. He's coming home. Doing rounding third. Here's the throw from Murray. And he is safe. Ho ho ho. Doing comes in under the slide. Titus goes to second. Beck to third. Christie allowing 3 runs here in the 5th. Second and third, still 2 outs. And Otto Nabe. Flew to center, double play ball. So big inning here for the Phillies. 3 big runs to put them back in this ball game, so to speak. Here's the pitch now from Christie. 1-6, and he grounds it back to Christie, and the side is out. But 3 runs for the Phillies in the top of the 5th on 3 hits, a walk. Actually 4 hits, a walk. Couple left on. Middle of the 5th, it's 6-3. Giants. And here's Fred Beebe. The new pitcher for the Phils, and leading it off, Fred Merkle. 1 for 2 today. Some exciting baseball there. Okay, here's Beebe now. He's ready. The pitch to Merkle. 2-12. Grounds it to short. 1 away. Here's Birdwell. For 9, fly ball left. And McGee has it 2 away. For Art Devlin. Art walked, scored, and struck out. And he got a run. No, he didn't. It's 2 outs, no one on. Beebe in for Rowan. Here's the pitch to Devlin. 1-8. And it's a base hit by Devlin, a 2-out single. That brings up Chief Myers. Myers with the big triple, knocking home 2 runs in the third. 1 run. He knocked 1 in the second, getting hit by a pitch. My error. Okay, Beebe from the stretch, and the pitch to Myers. 5-8, struck him out. So the side is out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left after 5. It's 6-3 Giants. They won the first game of this 3-game series, 9-5. Here's Christie now. allowed 3 runs last inning. Hans Lobert, 2 leaded off 0 for 2. Here's Christie, wind up, and the pitch to Hans. 4-6, and that is a base hit by Lobert. Lobert on first being held. 1-11. Now Sherry McGee. Christie from the stretch, and the pitch. 1-4. Grounds it back to Christie. Throws to second to force Lobert. And McGee is on with 1 away. Now Dodi Paskert. Flew to left, walked and scored. It's McGee on first, 1 down. Here's the pitch to Paskert. 3-6. Line drive to third, caught by Devlin, 2 away. And Fred Ludacris with McGee on first, 2 down. Here's the pitch from Christie. 6-2. Grounds to second. And Doyle takes it on 1 hop. Throws it over to first to Merkel, and the side is out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Middle of the 6th, it's a 6-3 ball game. Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network coming at you. Freddie Bean in his 2nd inning of relief. His endurance is 5 as a reliever, the same as a starter. And Mathewson will lead it off. He got that big base hit in the 3rd to bring home Myers. Here's the pitch to Christie. 1-9, it's another base hit for Christie. He's 2 for 3 today. Now Josh DeVore, 0 for 3. Doyle on deck. It's Christie on first, no outs, bottom of the 6th. Oh. Okay, Beebe. The pitch to DeVore. That's 2-2, and he walked him. The Giants have first and second here. Now Larry Doyle, 2 for 3. Home run and a base hit. .65. And it's drive hit out into the gap in right center. It's dropping in. And that will be a double. Mathewson scores. DeVore goes to third. 3rd run batted in for Doyle. Let's see if DeVore wants to come home. He's a 1-17. Why not? 6-5. Double to center. Paskert is a -1. 1-16. Here he comes. The throw. And he's out! Oh, what a beautiful throw by Paskert to get DeVore at the plate. Doyle goes to third on the throw. That was a pretty throw by Dodi Paskert. So it's 1 out. Doyle on third. And here's Fred Snodgrass. It's a 7-3 ball game now. Okay, BB. Here's the pitch to Fred. That's a 5-9. And he flies it to left, and Doyle will tag. So there's another run. 2nd run batted in for Snodgrass. It's 8-3. But the good news is no one's on. That's the good news for the Giants. It's 2 outs, nobody on, and Red Murray 0 for 3 today. Okay, BB. The pitch to Murray. 5-8. Struck him out. And that's the second by BB. And the side is retired. But 2 more runs for the Giants on 2 hits. A walk. And none left on. That's efficiency. They did have a runner thrown out at the plate. It was DeVore trying to come home from first on the double by Doyle. But Paskert threw a beautiful pitch right to home plate and doing Ted DeVore out. We're in the top of the 7th now. We'll take a break after this half inning. Here's Christie now. Doolin will lead it off. There's action in the Philly bullpen. Looks like they may have a pinch hitter. They're down by runs, I'm telling you. Shit. Look who's in this lineup, on this team. That's Grover Cleveland Alexander. His real name was Pete, I think, or his nickname. Shit. Can't wait to see him pitch. My Lord. My Lord. Bill Burns, the left-hander, is warming. Bill Burns is warming in the Phillies bullpen. Leading it off for the Phils, Mickey Doolin. The Phils trail by 5. Here's the pitch from Christie. 6-6. And it's a chopper. It's a popper. A pop up to short, caught by Birdwell. 1 down. Here's Red doing. .49, and he struck him out. And I say, you know, we'll let him hit after all. For Christie, by the way, that is only his 2nd strikeout of the ball game. And here's BB. We'll let BB hit with 2 outs. He is a 4 WR. A 4 WR. 2 outs, nobody on. The reliever Beebe, Fred Beebe, steps in. 4 WR. Here's Christie now. That's 1-6, and he struck him out. That's the 3rd for Christie. A 1-2-3. We're in the middle of the 7th inning stretch, and I don't think they had one yet. Maybe they did, because I've heard the legend of President Howard Taft getting up to stretch in the middle of the 7th. And that's when they came up with the idea. I don't know if that's true or what. I think he was the first president to throw out a first pitch. Fred Beebe will pitch his 3rd inning of relief. He'll face Merkel, Birdwell, and Devlin. We hope you're enjoying the ball game. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. And we had a game earlier today. If you missed it, it's on demand. And we got a game tomorrow morning, by the way. That'll be our next ball game. It'll be back to the 1969 replay. It'll be the Kansas City Royals with Butler at the Cleveland Indians with Hargan. A real snoozer of a ball game, but we'll get through it. We'll muddle ourselves through it. Two of the worst teams in baseball, among the worst teams. These Philadelphia Phillies, 58 years later in 1969, were pretty lousy themselves. I'll be back, everybody. In the middle of the 7th, from the Polo Grounds, on April 13, 1911, it's the Giants 8 and the Phillies 3. Indeed, Captain Bill. Indeed. Oh. Ah. We're back. It's the bottom of the seventh. Beebe pitching his third inning of relief for Jack Rowan. Rowan, who allowed 6 runs in 4 innings. Beebe has allowed 2. And it's an 8-3 ball game. It's going to be Fred Merkle leading it off. 1 for 3 today. Oh, I had rain delay up. I'm sorry. Please ignore that. That was not a rain delay. You know, I never got milk. And I've had enough for my coffee today. I'll pick some up later, so I'll have some in the morning. I still have some more from the next cup. I have about a cup left. And this is my third and final pot of the day. Here's Merkle now. Beebe. The windup. The pitch to Merkle, 3-9, and he struck him out. That's the third strikeout for Beebe. Here's Al Birdwell, the shortstop, 2 for 3 today. 2 singles, scored both times. Cubs won the pennant last season. Giants feel that they can do it. Last time they won the pennant, the Cubs have won 4 out of 5 pennants since 1906. Pirates in 1909. Giants feel they have it, what it takes to win this season. Here's Birdwell now. Pitch from Beebe. 5-4. And it's a fly ball to center field. Pass card to 2. 18-2. And he makes the catch, 2 away. And here's Art Devlin. I'm starting to remember the first names. Birdwell is short. We'll get used to it. Bridwell, I'm sorry. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th. Beautiful afternoon for a ball game here at the Polo Grounds near Coogan's Bluff. Sort of the Harlem area. Harlem was, I don't know if it was developing into a mecca of humanities and arts. Here's Devlin now. 2 out, nobody on. 4-5, and it's a fly ball to center field. This should end the inning. Peskert is under it. Peskert. And it's a 1-2-3 for Beebe, so he looks pretty good there. We've gone 7, it's 8-3. Giants, and John McGraw all smiles today in the dugout for opening day. Second game, I'm sorry, for these clubs. It'll be the top of the order, Titus, then Nabe, and Lobert for the Phillies. Here's Christy Mathewson, gone all the way. Pitch to Titus. 6-6. Grounds it to second for Doyle, and there's 1 out. And here's Otto Nabe, 0 for 3. Here's the windup from Christie and the pitch. 4-7, and it's a base hit up the middle for Nate. He's on first. 1-11 being held for Hans Lobert, who's 1 for 3. And the pitch to Lobert. 4-5. And that is a drive hit out into the gap. It's dropping. And that will be a triple for Lobert. And Nabe scores. Boy, he got a hold of that off Christie. Lobert smashes it out. His first triple of the season. So Lobert on third, 1 out, 1 in. It's an 8-4 game. Here's McGee. 3-7. And that is a base hit. And home comes Lobert. It's an 8-4 ball, 8-5 ball game. Christie's endurance is not until the next inning. McGee on first, 1-13, 1-11 being held for Dodie Paskert. 2 runs in. Here in the top of the 8th, off Mathewson. Mathewson lost this game in real world. It was a 6-1 game. Here's the pitch to Paskert now. 1-9. He struck him out. Oh, he really reached back for that one, Christie. 2 down. And here's Fred Ludacris. 1 for 3. It's McGee on first being held 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Ludacris. 1-9. And he flies it to right. And Murray is under it. And the side is retired. But 2 more runs for the Phillies on 3 hits and 1 left. And in the middle of the 8th, it's an 8-5 ball game. Not exactly a gem of a game by Christie, but the Giants have been hitting, and he's going to try to finish it next inning. Myers will lead it off, and then Mathewson, and then top of the order, DeVore. Here's the Chief now. Hit by a pitch, tripled and scored, struck out. Beebe in his 4th inning of relief. The pitch to Myers. 6-8. And he struck him out. Oh, I'll tell you, Beebe has shown moments of excellence here today. He did allow 2 runs in the 6th, in the 2nd inning. But he struck out 4 batters. Here's Christie now. Christie 2 for 3. I have a mind to make him the star of the game, but maybe Doyle. Where is Mr. Perota when you need him? Christie 2 for 3. 1 out, no one on. Here's Beebs. And the pitch. 2-7 struck him out. That's number 5 for Beebs. And here's Josh DeVore, 0 for 3 walked. Remember, thrown out coming home on Doyle's double. Thrown out by Paskert. Beebe. And the pitch. 4-8. And that is a base hit by DeVore, his first of the game. AA minus 14 to steal. And here's Larry Doyle. Doyle, 3 for 4 today. My Lord, what a game. Doyle was 3 for 4 in the first game. Oh, Lord, I don't know if he's going to be able to keep this up. Now he's 6 for 8 for a 750 average. It's 2 outs to Rowan first. Here's BB now. 4-4, grounder to third. Lobert, he's a 3, 10-3. And he throws him out, and the side is retired. We're heading to the 9th. Phillies down by 3. It's 8-5. Mathewson has been less than superb today, but he's gone all the way. It will be Doolin, and a pinch hitter. Here's Mathewson now. The pitch to Doolin. That's 4-4. Catcher X. Myers a 1. 5-1. And he pops out, 1 away. And here's Red Doolin, the catcher. Mathewson, the windup, the pitch. 2-5, grounds it to third for Devlin, 2 away. Christie 1 out away from the win. And coming in to hit for the Phillies is Jimmy Walsh. Look at all those positions he played. Every outfield position, first, second, third. The only thing he didn't do was catch and pitch. So Jimmy Walsh steps in for his first appearance of the season, pinch hitting with 2 outs, no one on, top of the 9th, down by 3. Christie gets the sign from Chief Myers. He's set. He winds. He deals. 6-6. Pops it up to short. And Bridwell makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Final score. Giants 8. Phillies 5. The win goes to Christie, his first. He pitched 9. He allowed 9 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 4. He had to work for this one, absolutely. And he allowed 5 earned runs. The loss goes to Rowan. BB came in, pitched 4 innings in relief. Allowed 3 hits. He walked 1, struck out 5. And he allowed 2 runs. The final line, Giants 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Phillies 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Star of the game. They're going to give it to Larry Doyle. Larry Doyle with the star of the game. And he's batting. Well, he was 3 for 4. Now he's 6 for 9. Still batting over 600. We're going to put this one in the books. Giants are now 2-0. And this will put them in a tie with Boston for first place. My name's Jeffrey Guterman. Kathy Harden, thank you so much. I wish you a good evening tonight, okay? And we hopefully will turn around and do it tomorrow again, okay? Take care. Have a great night.